kind of tools does every dad need? Let's talk about it today on Dads in Real Life.
It's great to have an accumulation of all of these amazing tools, but if you don't practice them, that's not going to turn out good. So practice your tools from across the board, everything we talked about.
That's going on the YouTube for sure. You guys, we need to give a massive load of credit to Rob for showing up today. Because guess what? As parents, you know this well, but he's been on the hour of sleep a night train for a
The plan.
few times
Sometimes.
recently.
Yep.
Just with all of the kid health stuff, and
Is the
he's still
season.
here. He's still showing up.
Oh, yeah.
He's showing up to
Actually,
everything.
if you listen to our last podcast, this is all AI. So I'm not really here. I'm actually sleeping on the couch. That's what it
Yeah,
is.
we're just two computers talking to you.
So,
Oh,
why
but then we would
why
be
haven't we
fraud.
done that yet?
It would
Why
be
haven't
all fraud. It would be
it
all
would
fraud.
be?
Two dads in real life. It would be
Mm,
dads in fake life.
fake life. Dad's in
Yeah.
AI life. Yeah.
Yeah, guys, we wouldn't lead you astray like that.
No.
We don't mess around here.
Plus,
What
it's
you
not
guys
as
would
fun,
get, like
right? I get to hang
crumbs
out
on
with
my shoulder.
Travis. Yeah, exactly. It's okay. It's not dandruff. It's something else.
Not. It's from a child. There's no drool today. There's no
Well,
snot. We didn't have
hey,
any
that's a
crying.
win. That's a win. If it's not snot or drool on the shoulders, that's a win.
Whoop whoop. So, in lieu of your energy, today's energy, at
Yes,
least on
bring it.
my side, is brought to you by Zoa Energy. Anything
Ooh,
that Dwayne the Rock Johnson tells me to do, I do.
we
So
do.
his drink is fantastic, and I had some
Ooh,
right
okay.
before this so that I'd be ready to go. So,
Okay. Nicely
um,
done, sir.
also today's second endorsement,
Mm-hmm.
um, if you are a fan of Trader Joe's, as am I,
Of course we are.
you are going to which you just came from,
I
basically, right?
literally just came from Trader
So
Joe's.
sorry, too
Yeah.
little, too late for you, but
Uh-huh.
Trader Joe's now has
Ooh, I
uh,
saw those. I saw
jubilant
those.
sprinkle cookies.
Are
Uh,
they a buy? We should do like an episode like buy or pass, right? Like, are those a buy?
Oh,
I think
yes,
they're a buy.
yes. Okay, so the buy is this, Jubilant Sprinkle Cookies, highly recommend. Now, here's the
Okay.
beautiful thing, guys. If you don't like it, remember, the Trader Joe's way. You bring it back, and they'll give you your money back, and
Oh
you
my
try
goodness.
something else.
Oh my good. Actually, you know what? Speaking of Trader Joe's, this is the editing part. I have raw meat in a bag. I gotta put it in the fridge. I literally came in and turned on the computer, so I figure nobody else.
Ruh-roh, Raggy. Yeah,
Yeah.
put that stuff away. This happens to me all the time.
I
I'm
come
like,
in and I
"Oh,
get distracted, and then next thing I know, it's like I'm pretty sure. Oh yeah, there's cold goods in there.
yeah,
So,
Costco." I'll go to Costco, and
yeah,
then I pick up the kids, and I go inside, and I get them down,
we're good. Just two things.
completely forget, and a few hours later, I'm like, "Oh,
Okay. And where were we?
the
There
meat's
you
in
go.
the bag." Okay, the non-endorsement is the Trader Joe's. I think we talked about this in a previous episode a long time ago.
Mhm.
Tis the season. It's back. Black sesame mochi.
Oh yeah, that was a
Um,
hard pass for you, right?
yeah. You might as well lick asphalt. But what I am told, to be fair, is if you have the palate for black sesame stuff and you really enjoy it, you might just like this
You know
mochi.
what? I'll give it
So
a try. It's kind of, you need a taste for it, right? Like if you don't like black sesame, then don't get a dessert with black sesame. But I still need to send you a frozen overnight pack of one that we eat here that is a little bit sweeter. It's not as like peanut buttery, I guess would be it.
see, that's
But
the thing is everybody talks about that. They all say that. They're like, "It tastes like peanut butter." And I'm like,
it doesn't.
I'm not getting any nut butter of any sort out of this. Like, I'm trying, I tried it a second time. I was like, I blame my ignorant whiteness, my lack of palate, like, growing up.
I'll send you some options. I'll literally send you a video how to cook them, how to eat them. You'll be
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, okay.
You'll be
All
fine.
right. So we'll talk about that. That's
We'll
coming
swing
up in
back.
the
Yeah.
future.
Yeah,
So
if you made Vegemite show up at my table, I could make some black sesame show up at your table.
there we go. There we go. I'm all about it. Sounds like a plan. Also, I was just thinking, like, what else is new right
Mhm.
now, right? Couple things that came to my mind today. One, the winter gas blend is running
Mm.
low, it seems. Prices are going up.
Yep.
Here in California, I would say like a month ago is like 363,
Mhm.
363 or so, and now we're at like 405
Yeah, we're pushing that $5
a gallon.
limit. Yep.
So,
And for all of you
yeah.
that drive a minivan,
Meh.
yay to college tuition going down, right? Because that's where the
Woo.
money's going to, straight to the minivan.
Thankfully, it ebbs and flows, you know, that's
It
something
does.
I didn't
It
realize
does.
until, I don't know, the last few years is, like, you
Mhm.
have the summer blend and the winter blend and all those things, and then they're like, "Oh, we're running low, but we gotta use it up," or whatever. I don't know how it works exactly, but something along those
That's how
lines.
I imagine it. That's how I imagine it.
Yeah. So, prices are going up. Also, we have upcoming the Super Bowl
Mhm.
this weekend. For those of you who are sports ball fans, you like the football.
You like the
Uh,
football, yes.
there you go. Patriots Seahawks. Who do you got for a win?
You know what? The dynasty is out there, but I'm gonna go with the Seahawks. So the Seahawks have a dynasty too, but like Patriots are usually I don't know what the do you know what the over under is? I don't know what the betting is, but
I don't.
yeah, I'm just gonna say Seahawks because we're on the West Coast, they're on the West Coast. But unfortunately I will not be watching it because this dad has a kid that has an all-day volleyball tournament on that day.
What kind of
They could have scheduled volleyball
team? Yeah,
any
what
other weekend.
did nobody
Any
think
other
through
weekend.
this?
Yeah.
The
So
volleyball people don't watch football ever?
I don't know. I have a feeling it's just going to be a bunch of kids and like three parents, like 500 kids and three parents, because all the other parents are at home. Like, we're going to watch Super Bowl. We'll pick you up when you're done. So,
That or they're just gonna cancel it. They're gonna be like, "Oh, why did only 1/4 of the people show
I-
up? Oh,
exactly.
because
Oh, yeah.
wait, oh, it's Super
It's
Bowl. We
Super
didn't
Bowl.
think about this at all."
No, man. But in Southern California, that volleyball mom and dad life is strong. They come out. It feels like we're in like a AAA league baseball. Like, people come out and cheer their kids on, and I mean, we're talking about little kids volleyball. So
Yeah.
I'm just looking forward to like Asahi or Boba afterwards. That's what I'm going for. But yeah,
Ouch.
yeah. But
Ouch.
I'll follow your feed. You let me know what's going on because I'll
Alright,
be at the
alright.
game waiting for
Oh
texts.
boy. Oh boy.
How about yourself?
Oh
Who do you
boy.
got?
Well, so okay, I'm gonna go with Patriots because I'm sorry, my roots, what's the nice way to put this? I very much
I,
dislike the Seahawks
I like
from
how you
years
paused
and
for a
years
second and then
ago.
how do I
Yeah.
say this politely?
Yeah, I don't really care for either one, but
I was
yeah,
gonna
again, like,
say
I'm like, "You know what? Let's just say the Patriots because I dislike the Seahawks more."
it's so funny. I think that's great. I could have gone with the Patriot. I spent time in New England and Massachusetts, so you would think, but
Hey,
I
but
don't
hey,
know.
you know what? That's fair and it's fun because then we're both on opposite sides. Ooh,
Exactly. I'm
clash of
going
the
Seahawks.
dads. Ooh-ah.
Yeah, I hope they win the soccer game.
Yeah.
Now
And 2 and 3 people just disconnected from the
just
chat here. They're like,
stop
"Ah,
listening.
forget
Yep,
you guys."
gotcha.
Oh, sorry, but not sorry.
Mm-mm.
So, also, I'd like to throw out some shout outs there.
Yeah,
Today, the
let's
shout
do
out
it.
goes to the Dumb Dads. If you look up that tag on
I
the
have seen
account
them.
on Instagram or whatever, they put out this great, like, quote unquote ad called Staying Up Late.
Mhm.
And they're like, but it's like the medical, like all those commercials for all
Yep,
the different medications. It's
like
like,
the scientific
you should try
definition of
staying
staying
up
up late.
late. Staying
Yeah.
up late has proven to blah, 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 blah.
Mhm.
If you guys haven't seen it, I'm not gonna try and paraphrase it. Just watch it. It's
It's
great. The Dumb
it's
Dads, if you're not following them, are you a dad? I don't know.
I don't know. We'll
Get on
we'll
the
tag it. We'll
train.
tag 'em in the description,
There you
on the
go.
video and stuff like that. Hopefully they get the call out. But yeah, we'll tag them there.
Yeah. They're the guys that do the, like, post-game conference, like,
Yeah, yeah,
videos
but
of, like,
it's
the
all
dads, like,
parenting. Yeah, they got
yeah, but it's all
the
parenting.
drop down team in the background. He's like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
we did really
Yep.
good today. We were shooting for early bedtime. It just didn't go our way.
Yeah.
There's some throw up, vomit. But we did our best." Right, yeah. No, love that stuff.
It's solid. It is
Especially for
solid.
any dads that are also sports fans, I think that crossover is super strong with them, so it makes sense.
Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. Anything else new you got, shout outs on? Anything,
No, I just like I've told you off air, like, I don't know, the stomach thing has been coming through the family. Number 2 had it last week. She's still recovering with sniffles. Number 3's got it now. Thus the reason why I've had like an hour and a half over the last 48 hours. But that's the only new thing. It's not like new thing to like, yay, let's share. But
woohoo. Yeah,
no,
neither is gas prices going up, but you know what? It's a reality that we have to live with. So,
exactly. On that, no, we're good. And I was just talking. to my spouse about this, and it's busy. We're tired, but we wouldn't trade it now. But when we have conversations in public and other like, wow, you look really yeah, we're tired. We got a lot, but
Yeah.
it's a good thing, right? But at the same time, we're only human and we're tired. So yeah, nothing new. Always tired. I had another dad at class this morning. I was like, I haven't seen you for 2 months. How you doing? We have a newborn. I was like, just stop right there. I
Yep.
understand. Kudos to you showing up 2 months later, sir.
There you
Yeah,
go.
yeah,
Grace. Grace to you,
exactly. Yeah, lots of
and peace
empathy.
be upon you and your ears.
Exactly. Here's a six pack of Red Bull, right? Like
Yeah.
yeah,
Good luck. It's six-pack of Zoa.
yeah, exactly. There you go. Should have said six pack of
Yeah,
Zoa.
for proper endorsement
Hey, we
purposes,
got to
you know.
tag the rock somewhere. I don't know. Maybe we'll see.
Thanks, Dwayne Johnson. Hey,
Hmm.
so, on this day, I can't
On this,
talk. On today's segment of
yeah.
I Was Today Years Old,
Hmm.
I was talking with my son, who is a little smarty pants of a
Who's a
6-year-old.
rock star, by the way. But yeah,
He
what
is.
did he teach you?
Well, he's learning about 3D shapes in school, and so he
Ooh.
was talking about cones
Hmm.
and spheres, and then
Hmm.
he was like, "Yeah, a sphere, that is just like the globe and hemisphere." And I was like, "Nah," and my wife is sitting this is at dinner, and she was like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's exactly right, like half
Mhm.
of the globe, hemisphere." What? I was like,
You
yeah,
probably, all the dads out there are just nodding because they're like, yeah, we're gonna fact check that, but we're not gonna stick out. We're just gonna nod our head. Yep, hemi,
no,
half sphere. Halfway
I
through.
literally, I'm telling you right now, I never once thought of that in my 35 years on this planet,
That is
on this
hilarious.
on this hemisphere.
On
I've
this
never thought
hemisphere.
about hemisphere is half a sphere. Uh, so anyways, yeah, because
That was
I was
awesome.
in my head, okay, in my mind, I just thought, like, it's like atmosphere.
Mhm,
Like, oh, yeah, yeah, the atmosphere. Well, wait, whoa, now the question is, what is atmosphere? Then what does that
mhm.
mean? What is atmos? What is that that's
Exactly.
the root,
Mhm, mhm.
the outside of the sphere? Is that does atmo mean hold on,
It actually means
the
vapor.
magical power of editing.
It means
Um,
vapor.
it does?
Yep.
Vapor?
Like steam, vapor.
Okay.
So,
Okay. So Atmos means vapor. So
at least
it's
the
like
Latin root word is.
vapor.
Mhm.
That okay, that makes sense. So
That makes
anyways,
sense.
man, I just blew my mind.
I'm
I
telling you, he's a rock star. Ahead of his time, that one. Ahead of his time.
yeah. So, if anybody else wants to catch on that train, you're welcome.
I'm at the same table because we have a fifth grader bringing home stuff, and they're doing a bunch of prefixes, Latin prefixes. And she's
Yes.
like, "What's a Latin word for double? But I need it to be a prefix." I was like, "Oh, you mean like bipedal?" And she's like, "Yeah. What's biped? Yeah, like 2 feet." I was like, "You knew that was 2 feet?" Like, "Yeah." I was like, "Okay, little one, you may go."
Yes, yes. Yeah, so but, I mean, maybe we learned those things back in the day and we just forgot because you learned those things, right?
I'm going with you with the forgetting. I forgot a ton, right? And I'm about at a point in time where I'm just keeping the bucket full day to day on what I need.
Yeah.
Everything else, like I got a reference. So
Yeah. So, anyways, that's
quick
that for
shout
your
out. Like, yeah,
intros for the day, guys. You're all
no
caught up,
problem. We're good.
and now it's time for the meat and
The meat and
potatoes.
potatoes.
Okay.
That's when we
Today
should have
we
like meat and potatoes like across the screen. Meat and potatoes.
Bring! Oh, the sparkle. I want some sparkle with a
Mhm.
potato flying.
Like the reading rainbow version of it,
Yes.
but it's just like steak and potatoes on a plate.
Oh
Let's see
man,
what we can
guys.
do.
Does anybody else who
Hey, if
wants
you know
to
how to
give us
do
some
that magic,
bring?
please, yeah, send us
Yeah.
an email.
Better
Yeah,
yet, if you wanna just make a video of how to do that on DaVinci Resolve,
or
that
send
would
us
be
a link.
great.
That'd be awesome. I'm sure someone's done it out there. I just gotta figure it out.
Yep.
Mhm.
So, anyways,
Meat and potatoes.
meat and potatoes of the day.
Mm,
Today, you guys, we
meat
are
and potatoes.
bringing in our hot take on it's not really a hot take. We're talking about facts here.
Mhm.
Tools of the trade, tools
Yeah,
of parenting, tools of being in a home, we're talking about useful tools that you want to have for everyday life and everything in between. So,
Mhm.
on my end, I've broken it up into a few categories.
Yep.
And Rob, we talked about it. I said, "Hey, what just to get your brain flowing on this, here are some of my categories,
Mhm.
and then we'll riff from
We'll
there."
go back and forth on the categories. Yeah, for sure.
So, for the sake of kicking things off, since we're talking about tools of fatherhood, we'll start with actual tools. Okay.
Actual
So,
tools.
so to add some validity to where I'm at, uh, I grew up with a very handy father, and
Mhm.
pretty much most of my childhood growing up was us remodeling our house. And
Mhm.
so I saw like from framing and foundation all the way to the roof and
By the way,
everything in
Travis
between.
is crazy skilled and talented when it comes to this stuff, so, just
Like
putting
I'm
that out
not a
there.
professional, but I guess I'm as close as you can get without
Hey,
being
you are
a
not a hobbyist either, sir, like, you are if there's, like, this gray area, like, that's where you're at, so.
That's I'm right there in the gray. So
Mhm.
anyways, been a woodworker for a decade or more here,
Mhm.
and so now I'm familiar around my tools. And what I have found, there are a lot of buddies I have out there who, they just don't know where to start, and they're
Mm.
like they just, like, call people, which is fine. You can
Mhm.
call people to come in and get things done, but here are some things that are handy. If you had to pick a couple things to just have around the house that
Please.
might help you out, if
Mhm.
that's the question that you have, here are my recommendations, and they're gonna mirror a lot of people out there that you see when you say, "What are the top tools I should have?" But nevertheless, in my experience, one of the best things that you can have right off the top is an impact driver. Uh,
Mm.
some people will call that a drill. It is basically like a drill. They're the same kind of thing. Um, but a lot of times you can get these in a kit. So you'll get a 2 pack and you're
Mhm.
like, what's that other drill for? Why do I need two? And they have two different functions basically, but they can do okay on both of those functions as well, right? So with an impact driver, it's just a drill, but it has a little like hammer kind of like gear on the inside, to put that in layman's terms, I guess is what we'll call it. And that gives it so much force that you can, slam a screw into the wall. And if you need that torque, it's giving you the torque.
Mhm.
So in my experience, I always will use the impact driver
We
unless I
have
am
one.
very
I agree.
specifically drilling a hole. A drill is basically just for a drill bit that you put in and you can drill holes with. That's great, but you can also get drill bits that fit into an impact driver, or you can buy a drill that does both. If
Mhm.
you want to do that, you can do that too. So you have the impact and the drill function on the same drill. All that to be said, I highly recommend that. That's going to come in use for hanging shelves and pictures and attaching two things together. If you've ever tried hammering like two pieces of wood together, like putting
Mhm.
a nail through it, it's not depending on what your wood you're using. It's not always as easy as it sounds or
No.
looks. Literally just yesterday, I'm building a shed outside, and I was like, you know what? I'm almost out of screws. I'm going to use a nail on this section, and I brought out some sinker nails that are like some like long guys that are made like has a coating on them, like holds the stuff together.
Mhm.
I couldn't get it. I couldn't get the nail in. Like the nails just kept bending on me and
Yep.
whatnot. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm not a framing contractor. I don't know what I was doing wrong, but it's hard. That's all I'm
Yeah.
trying to say. So
Yep.
don't don't waste your time. However, the second tool on my list is a hammer
Mhm.
because it's also good, to be able to also sometimes all you need is a little nail in the wall to hold up that picture or whatnot.
Mhm.
You don't always need a screw or anything like that.
So quick question, are you skewing more towards the metal head hammer or like that hard plastic mallet type hammer?
Oh,
Is
yeah,
that
yeah, that's a great question. Yes. I will always pick the hammer that can do more. So I would
mm,
pick something like a framing hammer is what you would
mhm,
call it, like a bigger hammer with the metal head on it.
gotcha. Yep.
Because that you can use that to tap little nails into the wall
Mhm.
very easily, but you can also smash something, like that you're trying to, or you can use those hooks to like, pull out
Pull the nails
something
out. Yep.
You can use it for demolition, you can use it for digging something out of the ground.
Mhm.
You name it. Use it to weed, like whatever.
Yeah,
You got
there's many options with that.
Yep. So,
Okay, got it.
multifunction is what we're looking for when it comes to the tools that you have if you had to buy a
Agreed,
couple.
agreed.
Speaking of multifunction, the next one on my list, number 3, is gonna be a multi-tool screwdriver,
Mhm.
basically. So, mine has disappeared, otherwise I would have shown it off, but shout out to, Klein makes a great one. Um, the one that I have, I think, is actually, Milwaukee,
I've
but
got that one. Yeah, it's the
yep,
multi-head, the interchangeable head,
yep.
set. Yeah, love that
So,
too.
the nice ones, so you can get the cheapies on Amazon that just have the little bits that you just take out of the
Mhm,
end and you just stick another one in. That works fine. The nicer stuff out there that you buy from, like, a Home Depot, Lowe's, a hardware store of any
mhm.
type, they have the little attachments, but they also have, like, uh, an attachment that sticks into both sides. So you can pull
Yep,
like the whole post out, flip it
yep.
around, stick the post back in, and then flip those little things around. It's just easier to keep track of everything that way.
Yeah.
You don't have all these little bits laying around. So that's helpful because maybe you have to tighten the electrical, plate on the wall, or you gotta unscrew a kid's like battery pack or something. Like
It's
that's a
just
great
nice
one
to
to
have
have.
one tool that does all those things versus looking for that Phillips head or, "Oh, it's the wrong size," right? This way, you just have all
Yeah.
the bits in one spot, so
Yeah, most of the time it's gonna come with the Allen wrench
Mhm,
also, so think about they come in different functions, so you can look and make sure you get all the ones you need, but, like, those ones are helpful for, like, assembling and disassembling IKEA furniture.
mhm,
Once you get familiar with your impact driver, you can also use that delicately. If you
mhm.
don't know how to use it at first, you won't be delicate with it on accident, you'll break something, but I use that for all the IKEA stuff also. I just use the
Nice.
impact driver. I'm like,
I was
it
gonna
it
say Travis is changing tires like the Daytona 500 on IKEA equipment, right?
think that is the perfect that's all I want you to think about. That's exactly what's happening.
So imagine like a chest,
Kid's
a
crib.
clothing chest just drives up and he's like, "Fur, fur, fur." Right, there you go.
Done. Next. So, anywho, um, yeah, and then, oh man, massive shout out. Here's one that I was told to buy them the first day I worked for a contractor. For
Mhm,
like 2 times in my life I've worked for contractors on commercial and residential uh buildings and stuff, and they were like, go get some cutters. So
mm,
cutters are, I don't have them here either, but they're pliers, but they're
mhm,
specific pliers that are used for cutting things. And
mhm,
so
mhm.
if you search cutters, again, Klein, Klein,
Gotcha.
those are magnificent. They
Mhm,
cut screws, they cut nails, they cut metal, they cut like little whatever else you got that's less than that, which is pretty much everything. It cuts. So they're bomb proof and they just work for getting things out of the way. If you're
mhm,
trying to pull something out, you can use it kind of like your hammer, but like it's a little more delicate. You can
mhm,
um that's like if you're working on your house. Like if you own your house, you might want to have those. If you don't own a home, you might not need it. You can use those. Those can double as like cutters for like electrical wire if you're swapping out
a
a fan
fan
or
or
a
a light,
light.
yep,
Um,
yep,
but yeah, when it comes to electrical stuff, I did have a side note on that. If you are willing to do a little bit of electrical work there, what I mean is like swapping out a switch or swapping out your fan or something like we were
mhm.
mentioning here. You can get electrical specific ones that you can cut. It's got like a wire stripper on it because sometimes you
Yep,
need the
I've
metal
seen it,
to be
so you can
sticking
just
out of
strip
the
the
end.
outside tube, yeah.
Yep. So that's a good combo to have that isn't like the Klein cutters that I talked about. But that and a voltmeter. So again, if you own your home, it's really nice to have a voltmeter just because for your safety, if you're doing any of said electrical work,
Electrical, yep.
you can hold it up to the wire and go, "Oh, that's live," AKA that's gonna shock me,
Maybe we
or,
shouldn't
"Nope,
touch that, yeah.
it's good." So that's just your safety, so you know you're not touching anything that's gonna, uh, severely shock you.
Exactly.
So, yeah. And then the last note I have is for plumbing. Like if you are
Mhm.
getting into doing maybe a little bit of fix on your sink, or you gotta change out a little something for your dryer, your like washer, I should say. Um, yeah, the biggest thing that you need is a pair of channel locks.
Mm.
They're like the pliers with like the big mouth on them that you can adjust like
Yeah.
the size to.
The
If
size
you
of
look
the
up
mouth,
channel
right?
locks,
Yeah.
yep, yep, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Those are clutch for any type of plumbing stuff that you're doing. Um, that's what I would start off with. So that kind of covers like the wood, the pipes, and the wires
I like
when
it.
it
I
comes
like it.
to like across the board. Those are the things that came to my mind when I think of like what's the first thing or couple things that I would invest in. That's what I got. I'm curious if there's anything else that you would add or things
So
that what are you using over
I was gonna
there?
say Travis's background on DIY home improvement stuff is vastly way more accelerated than my stuff. But I brought some stuff from the design world after going to school and working, kind of things that helped me there kind of pass over. And what I mean by that is first off, like a Leatherman. Like we have a Leatherman in a car, Leatherman at home. It's kind of
Yes.
that one tool we use in case we can't find pliers or wire cutters. It has it all in one. And that's been a savior on trips, road trips, or even on small little home improvement stuff at home. A next category is actually have a good storage spot for your equipment. So whatever, if it's a toolbox, if it's a rolling toolbox, but I'm OCD when it comes to organization. So having a spot in your garage or a toolbox where you've kind of separated all the things you want, it just makes life easier. It's one of those things coming from design where it's like, it's not the problem, it's having the right tool for the problem, right? You can have a lot of wrong tools and it makes the solve a lot harder, right? Imagine like we're building a log cabin with like a plier and a spoon wouldn't work, right? So having the right tools and organizing it right is big.
Oh, shout
Yeah,
out on like, wow, that is, that's something I'm learning, and again, I'm horrible when it comes to that. So this is why I am so excited to keep hearing what you have to share because
yeah.
I just learned
So,
just to shout out to what you just said, it's sitting right here so I can grab it.
oh, okay, there you go.
When it comes to organization, I don't know how to do that. So, most of the time it's a disaster, but my one of the best Christmas presents I got was a
Yes,
battery
a
organizer.
battery storage, love it,
What?
love it.
Like, it's something I would have thought like, "Well, that's really kitschy." Like, I have a drawer for that. Oh,
Mhm.
a drawer for all of them to roll around in and fall out of the packaging, and then the packaging gets all mixed up, and then it gets all
Yeah,
dirty and dusty, and then you can't tell what's good and what's not good. Boom, baby. It's all
nice.
in the right spot, and it's clear so you can see right through it and see
Exactly
what
what you need.
batteries you have and what you don't.
Exactly. So yeah,
You're a
storage, right?
genius.
Storage is important. I personally like having I have a couple, but a good tape measure and more specifically some kind of blade, be an X-Acto or a razor, just a really sharp blade. Like dull blades, you're ending up going to get hurt, or again, having the right tool for the job. So I have multiple versions of X-Actos and blades that we use anywhere from breaking down Amazon boxes to cut and drywall, right? So
Yep.
a good blade goes just like a Leatherman. A good tool goes a long way. And then everything else you mentioned, we have the hammers. I've got the mallet and the break all hammer version of it. Um, a lot of the stuff we do at home too, having a good like 5 foot ladder, right? So that's compact, that gets put away. You would be surprised, especially if you're going to start changing out fans and lights. And we have kind of a I don't want to say an angled, but part of our ceiling is angled up to,
Vaulted
I put like
ceiling, yeah.
15, yeah, vaulted like 15 feet. So standing on a chair and fixing a light bulb is not going to cut it, right? So, and we have minimal space in the garage. So having a good ladder, but again, that's the extent of my tools. Now, do I have a jigsaw and a table saw? I have all that stuff too, but that's more like
Ooh,
hobby for fun projects. But if I had to choose the tools that I use regularly, it'd be that multi-tool screwdriver, right? That you can implement the different heads,
yes.
especially also the shaft length, depending if you're doing projects around the house. It's just simple stuff that we use all the time. A good Sharpie, funny enough, is it's not a tool per se, but a small whiteboard and a whiteboard marker, right? So if we're doing with the tape measure, if we're figuring out, hey, we need a dresser put in, or we're switching out the stove, like being able to write it down before, like putting on a post-it note or a scratch piece of paper would always disappear. So we always use one of these. I mean, I think these were back in school, but just a whiteboard and a dry erase marker. That's it. But yeah, tool side, that's pretty much it. I have what Travis has, but like the earlier versions, he probably has like the 10th level version of all that. But yeah, that's the tools. Keep it simple. Anything more than that, we'll rent. Like I've had to break down concrete, so we got like a pile driver, but I'm not going to buy one of those, right? And then another life hack is if you have friends that live nearby,
This is what I was
have
gonna say.
friends that
Yep.
have different tools, right? So we all don't need the 12 days of Christmas unpacking of tools, right? You need to spread it out. So having that's helped out over the years too.
Yes, yes, absolutely. I was literally just about to transition into that about, in regards to like, uh, a great example of that is we all have our one friend, Jeff, he's the wheelbarrow guy. So we all go to Jeff when we need a wheelbarrow because
Mhm.
we don't all need a wheelbarrow. We got Jeff.
You just
And
need to
each
know a
one of
guy
us,
that has a
we take
wheelbarrow.
good care of it. I tighten up all the nuts and stuff that's like
Yeah,
when it
you
gets
give it
loose,
back better than you got it.
Yep.
Exactly.
So you gotta have that that's why community is so clutch, guys,
Mhm.
you don't have to don't spend a bunch of money on something that then you have to store, you need to find space for, like,
Yeah,
one of you's
especially if
got it.
there's 4 guys that have it already.
Yeah,
There's no point.
yeah.
So,
I love your notes on, obviously a tape measure, like, how did I
mhm,
not write that one down? That's ridiculous. That has to be at one of the top list if you're
mhm,
hanging
mhm.
anything, hey.
Anything, measuring for your kid's room, you're gonna cut
Yeah.
something, like, you need to be able to
And
measure it.
guys, save yourself a whole lot of headache, like, get a good one, and by a
Yeah,
good one, I mean, like, go to Home Depot or Lowe's
heavy
or Ace
duty,
or
yep,
wherever. Yeah, get the heavy duty one, the, like, main brand one, because
mhm.
all those kitschy Amazon
They'll
pieces of
break.
junk,
I've
like,
had those in the past, they all break.
they're all yeah, they're flimsy, they don't work as intended, and they're not accurate or whatever, so don't skimp on that because it's not that much of a difference in price, but it is a big difference in quality and
Mhm,
accuracy. So, also shout out, you mentioned the Sharpie.
mhm,
Literally, it's sitting right here. Uh, Sharpies work great. I have never gone back now. I'm holding this Milwaukee Inkzol marker.
mm,
These are at Home Depot. These puppies are Sharpies on steroids. They write on anything and everything, and they do not they don't die like Sharpies do. I mean,
nice.
eventually, obviously, it'll run out, but these have a nice fine point and they work very well. I have destroyed mine. This has gone across, let's see. Yeah, you can't really see. It's gone across concrete and wood and everything else, and it still
Ooh,
has a tip. So shout out to that
nice.
surviving. But yeah, it's nice. So I highly agree with all of your things. Those are great. Um, the next thing on the list
Mhm,
I thought of in regards to another uh category. I know guys out there are going to want to talk about this, and I know some guys are to the nines on this category, and some guys are on the zero with this category. And I want to preface by saying you're all welcome here, and
yep.
we won't dive crazy into it, but I think it's worth talking about because
We might, but yeah.
it's totally a dad thing, and
Okay.
so great ideas across the board, awesome. But in regards to being a dad, one of the categories has gotta be tools of defense, right? So, hey, I am going to one of my jobs, I think, is like Imma keep my family safe in my own house, and so,
Mhm,
uh, what that started off as a long time ago was I always had a baseball bat under my bed, like, that was just
mhm.
I'm really just gonna take out that person with the bat, but
Little league baseball bat, yep.
it made you feel better. I was
It
like,
did.
I have something. A stray dog comes in, like, I'm not, "Hey, get out of here."
Yeah, you kinda
So,
stick it with the yeah, I gotcha.
so I just thought, I mean, as a general rule, like,
Mhm,
pick your poison, but, like, you just have to have something. But also, that's not just, like, intruder defense. What I'm talking about too is we talked about this on a previous episode, fire defense.
mhm,
So even if you don't own your home, wherever you're living, it's good to have a fire extinguisher or one of those
mhm,
fire blankets, like, for the kitchen.
yep,
Highly recommend. Like, save all your things, by having something like that that's accessible. So then if you accidentally start a fire, if your kids start a fire, if a fire
Or
just
yeah,
appears at
you're
any
cooking
point,
or yeah, exactly.
you know what to do. So we all learned the pass, what, I just wanted to say algorithm, the
The acronym.
acronym, pull the pin,
Yeah,
aim. So what is it? Shoot, squeeze, and
squeeze
sweep.
and shoot. Yeah,
Boom. See, we remember.
there you go.
So, um, yeah, so I had that on there.
Nice.
Another thing is like as we get older,
Mhm,
we come into contact with more and more important like documents of sorts.
mhm.
Like we're very much in a digital age, but there are still those hard
Hard
copies
copies.
that you
Yeah.
need of things. I highly recommend having like some sort of little like fire safe or something.
Yep. Mhm.
Always great to have.
Agreed.
Um, so yeah, and then yeah, your like quote unquote your home defensive weapon of choice, whatever that may be. I've seen like a lot of really. I kind of went down a deep dive like as we started having kids of like I just want to be I just wanna be smart,
Mhm.
and, like, I wanna make sure that I have the appropriate stuff for, like, having little kids around too, so I wanna be smart
Yes,
about
that's
that.
another
We're
thing.
gonna make
Yep.
sure that we're, like, extra, extra, extra safe when it comes to that as far as them being around and having access to things, but
Mhm,
in that world, I learned about man, there's something for everything out there, like, they have,
mhm.
like, spray, like pepper spray and
Yep,
things like that. For a long time, my dad got, my wife a uh, taser,
yep.
like a little one,
Yeah, they have the
so
small
then when she
handheld
was
ones.
out,
Yep.
like, you just, like, bzz, like, wow,
Mhm,
that's loud, and that makes a difference, so, um, or something that's more boomy, if you know what I'm saying, so that's an
so
option
Trevor's
too.
saying have a grenade. He wants grenades at his house. That's what
Yes,
he said. No
everybody
grenade.
everybody should have a grenade. You gotta have your own
Pin and hold,
home
right?
defense
That's what he
grenade.
means. There you go. Yeah.
So, yeah, we've got that covered over here.
Nice.
So we're set.
Yeah, I think also, like, deterrents work well, like home security systems,
Yeah,
cameras. Even if you have a sign like, one of our neighbors has a sticker on one of his windows, and it's a Glock sticker.
yeah,
It's just a sticker, and if you know the logo, you're like, "Got it," right?
yep,
Now, it doesn't need to be that. You could have, like, a home security system, signage out in easy to access view. So a
yep,
lot of it's gonna be deterrent, make sure you have good locks on the doors, double bolts versus single bolts, stuff like that. So things that you can do as a deterrent goes a long way as far as that, so that you will never need to use your
super,
baseball bat or a boomstick or whatever like that.
super
So
smart note there.
yeah,
Yes, absolutely.
yeah.
And again, with technology the way it is, like there are some great options that aren't,
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
too expensive, right?
Oh no, no, it's definitely manageable. It's not like when we were kids and then our parents got a home security system. It
Yeah,
was like a car down payment, right? It's like, oh my
yeah,
goodness, super expensive. But now even Google makes versions of this. So, um, yeah, I would start with deterrent. And if you have a tool, all I'm saying, whatever tool you have, make sure you're trained to use that tool, because
absolutely,
hopefully, I pray it never happens. But the other
absolutely,
person might know how to use your tool and you don't. So just
absolutely.
just a heads up on that, right?
I
Practice your tool.
That's why we have you. The perfect words for that segment. Thank you, Rob. Okay, so that brings us to the next set of tools, which in I had a category was kids, like fatherhood tools,
Okay,
tools of
gotcha.
the trade. Um, so I'm sure you have some of these.
Mhm. We probably have a
The
lot of the similar ones,
Yeah,
so
yeah, 2 of the first 2 that come to my mind, number 1, diaper wipes, like, you gotta have wipes, wet wipes,
oh,
basically, yeah, um,
stocked up, Costco it, like,
and
plenty.
those I hated wet wipes until we
Mhm.
had kids, like, I was
Yeah.
like, "I'm not
Yep,
touching them. I hate the
yep.
smell, I hate everything about wet
Like,
wipes."
who invented this, right? And
Yeah.
then you have kids, you're like, "Got it,
Oh, I get it. I
got
get
it."
it now. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's how you tell if you're a dad or not is, like, your opinion on wet wipes. So,
Mhm.
I've used those for pretty much everything now, but
Everything.
obviously, it comes in clutch for wiping dirty hands, wiping booties, of course,
Mhm.
cleaning the car, cleaning
Any kinda spill or stickiness in the car?
yeah, like, my kids, like, they drop their ice cream on the floor in the middle of Costco, like, boom, wipe that puppy up, done, taken care of, like I am self-sufficient. I can do this. Guys,
Mhm,
we can do it. So you just
mhm.
get some wet wipes and you're set.
Yeah.
The number 2 thing that I put on there was snacks, our tools of
Oh,
the
yeah.
trade. It
Hangry is a real thing,
Yes, and
right?
if
Hangry
you
is a real
keep
thing.
them eating, like, your sanity is going to be so much higher,
Yeah.
especially when you're trying to go out. When you're going out
Yeah.
on your mission and you have to go purchase the goods, whatever
Yep.
those are, you gotta drop off the whatever, you pick up the whatever. Guys, load up
Even
on the snacks.
yeah, it's not just road trips, right? Like,
Yep.
our glove compartment is our snack compartment. Like, that's basically it.
Smart. See, and I'm always
Mhm.
packing them. I might as well just throw them in the car. That's smart. If you live
Like,
somewhere that's, like, extra cold or extra hot all the time, sure,
then you might
maybe
need
hold
to,
off.
like, scale it down a little bit, but,
But if
like,
you're here
all of our cars have snacks in them. Like,
yeah.
all of our cars. Mhm,
Oh, yeah. Um, so that is clutch. For those of you with young children, I gotta show
mhm.
this one off because I'm a big fan. I'm definitely endorsing this no matter what. This this was my big
I
dad.
like it. I
This was
like
my
it.
dad investment. Tactical baby gear diaper bag. Okay. I'm
Yeah,
showing it off, but then I'm gonna sit back down so my sound is appropriate here. But
gotcha. It's nice.
this
It is
thing,
very nice.
it holds
It looks like
everything.
everything. Exactly.
But here's the thing, like, so my wife has gotten, some of the trendy diaper bags out there for
Mhm,
moms, and
mhm.
they all fall short, let me tell you. Let me tell you what. Now and all the moms are gonna be hating right now. They're
Mhm,
already like,
mhm.
"Okay." Um,
Fast forward. Yep.
all these mom bags, like, they have these big areas where, like, everything gets lost, or they're like, "I know
They're
right
not
where I put it." And
compartmentalized.
it's like,
Yeah, it's a
"No, it's
duffel
not."
bag. That's basically
Yeah,
what it is. It's a big duffel
yeah.
bag. Yep.
And they just label it as a diaper bag, but guys,
Mhm,
it's not. Like, don't let them fool you. Uh,
mhm,
this bag has compartments for every
mhm,
section, so I know. And it's too hard to do with the mic and with keeping it in frame, so I'm not gonna do that. But I know when I open it up on the right side, the diapers and the boogie wipes are right there, and on the left
mhm.
side, the snack compartment full. Boom. If I was carrying passies or the hand sanitizer, that goes on the top right small zippered pocket on the outside. The diaper
Quick
wipes
change of
have their own
clothes. Yep.
perfect
Look at
section.
that.
So, get yourself shout out to Tactical Baby Gear. That's all I'm gonna say is
Mhm.
they're this bag
So
has been so clutch.
I was gonna say a life hack if you're not quite there yet, or maybe you're waiting for Father's Day or Christmas. I remember back in the day, another dad gave me this life hack, and he was a photographer. He's like, if you go on like Craigslist or something and buy a used camera bag, because those backpacks, those camera bags are compartmentalized because of
Yes.
lenses and stuff like that. And you could switch them out because it's all Velcro. So we ended up making our own like diaper change, bottle, passy, you know, um, wipes, stuff like that. From that until I think this was pre, because I know Tactical Dads is a newer type company, but I think this was
Yes.
before their time. But they just picked up where camera bags left off. So
Yes. That's the thing is like I should have mentioned like I saved up for this bag.
mhm.
Right now on their website as of today recording, this bag is 169 bucks.
Yeah, but well worth it if you think about everything being in one spot. But if you're kind of putting that money towards a rainy day or something else, look on Craigslist for used camera bags, right? Big
That is
used backpacks.
genius. I never
Mhm.
thought of that. I haven't heard of that either, but you're absolutely right because my wife's also a photographer.
There you go. Yeah.
And those bags are very well compartmentalized.
Mhm.
Wow. Yeah. So wow, look at that. You got your value add and then you got your one to save your pennies for.
There you
I've
go.
had this through 3 kids and it like
Still looks brand new
looks
too.
brand
So
new. I've never had to wash it. I've never had to I use like vacuum it out obviously, like the crumb count gets way high up in there.
I was gonna say, yeah,
It's
the
just full
corners.
of used snacks right now.
Yep. Mhm.
But it's pretty awesome. And I mean I'm not doing this, like, I'm not worried about it, it's not like a thing, but I always the first thing I always mentioned about this that I thought was so funny is, like, it's tactical, right? It's got, like, the military look to it.
It does. Yep.
It they have a specific pocket in there for a ballistic plate. So you could you could buy that for like an extra
That is
200
hilarious.
bucks and stick that in
That is
there. So you're like, I got
that
my
is funny.
shield and my diaper bag.
Yeah, I
So,
wouldn't be surprised if they made like a tactical vest version that was like a baby Bjorn
well, they
versus like
do. They do
there you
have
go.
they do
There you go.
have a bit like the baby carriers
Yeah, just going
and
with the theme. Yep.
yep, yep. And so I don't know. I'm looking
That's
here.
hilarious.
Yeah, I don't know if it has a that same function, but it's great. So
Mhm.
that's a fun one. But as far as kids goes, those are my top ones because here I am in young kid life. So that's the zone I'm in.
Mhm.
And if I had to throw everything else out the door, those are the 3 things that I would say are necessary.
Yes. I would agree. As far as like that age group, like I think snacks is the big one, like making sure that you have snacks on you, snacks in all the cars. That also goes for like wubbies or like pacifiers. Like don't
Yep.
just get one, get like a pack of 10,
Yeah.
especially the one that your kid really likes, and give a pair to grandpa, grandma, give it to your neighbors, put it in all the cars because when they lose it, and if that's the only way they fall asleep or find soothing, you can walk over to the neighbor's house and be like, hey, I need drawer number one, right? Let me grab that passy.
Yeah.
So having multiples of that or multiples of the toys that be it a blanket, being a stuffed animal, always get multiples, right? Because at that age, they're not really like, this isn't Teddy Ruxpin. That they're just no, it's Teddy. And so having multiples will help a lot of meltdowns that could last hours,
Yeah.
right? So
Yep.
that's one thing at that age. Another thing, let's see, when they were really small that we could pack out. Eventually, we started packing less and less. But I think
Yep.
having a go bag with everything in it, like you have the tactical bag, is really good. Our kids are a little bit older, so speaking from now, like things that we have, I have all girls, so having hair ties, like they're on my wrists as bracelets. They're in the cars. They're tied to their backpacks. Mom's got extra because you never know if an outdoor session turns into a basketball session or a sports section where they need to tie their hair up. So having extra hair ties kind of goes a long way. Nail clippers. I know it's not like the big thing, but having nail clippers easily accessible when traveling or in the car, not only just to cut nails, but scrapes, dead skin, blisters, right? Trimming that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. We use it.
Yeah.
That's become our like Swiss Army knife is those clippers.
Yeah.
But that's what I would say. Like at this age, they don't really need much. Like I've got a middle schooler and another kid about to get to middle school, and they pretty much are self like in case they don't need anything from me. But the one thing that I hear oftentimes is, do you have a snack and do you have a hair tie? And what time is it? Like those are the three things. So as long as you have a watch or a phone, you're good.
Yeah.
But it does get easier. The stuff you pack from like toddler under versus toddler over is going to be less, but the tools are going to be less physical and they're going to be more systems and techniques as they get older. Right? Yeah.
Yep. Yep, 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 yep. I like the hair tie thing. Yeah, I
Yeah.
assume I'm probably gonna get to that stage
And
later.
also for dads that are DIYs, those work great to tie up shorts that are too big for the kid or a swimsuit that needs the back tied in and clipped on. So you end up being MacGyver with the system becomes like rubber bands and
Oh, yeah.
so you can use them for multiple things besides just that. Like we've used it to attach a wubby to a backpack before, right? So there's a lot of different things you can use for it. But yeah, lots and lots of hair ties. Neosporins in all our cars too.
I was
We
just gonna
pack that a
say,
lot.
yeah, like, basically, like, first aid in general. Like, that's
Yeah,
act
just
that's a must.
basic first aid. Yeah,
Yep.
especially if you have active kids, right? They're gonna do stuff, which means they're gonna get scraped and bruised. But yeah, Neosporin goes a long way.
Fun first aid
Um,
fact,
mhm,
I hadn't really talked about this with anybody before, but it came up, like, a year ago, like, we were talking about, bumps and scrapes and all these things,
mhm,
and I forget who brought it up, if it was just Deb had done some research or what, but, um there's Neosporin, right? Which was what
mhm,
I always used growing up. Like, it was just like you
mhm.
need antibiotic or the
Yep, yep.
antibacterial cream is what that is.
Yes. Yes.
But what they say is, that's not a, what you need to do first is you need an antiseptic spray. Like, you need to
Mhm.
clean it
You need to
before
clean
you're
it before you put the barrier
getting
on.
the
Yeah.
the antibacteria on, right?
Mhm,
So,
mhm.
both of those are clutch. We have, like, one of the little spray antiseptic sprays, like, so then it's
We
like,
do
okay,
too.
it's
Hold on. Let
clean.
me get it right now. So this is something that we keep not plugging the company or anything, but see that it says active skin repair.
Ooh, There
But
you go.
basically, it's for any kind of wound opening.
Yep.
It'll kill and clean everything before you put Neosporin in. So this we've gotten all of our cars. It's in my bag. Not only for the kids but for us, right? Like if there's like an opening and then you have to kind of wipe butts when they were younger, I'm
Yep.
gonna make sure I'm spraying.
Yep.
But yeah, definitely a good idea.
Yeah, and as they get older, like, we got hand sanitizer, like, everywhere
Oh yeah,
too.
yeah,
Like,
we've
I'm
got
like,
versions of
"Hey, you
that.
can't wash your hands. We were just at the
Mhm.
gym though, so spray, spray."
Yep, first thing
So,
back from school.
yeah, well, because you don't that's, I would submit that that is clutch these days for sure. I mean, in general,
Mhm.
because you, we're trying to not be sick all the time, and
All
pretty
the time.
much
Yeah.
you're just like it's just germ infestation everywhere
Well, not only
with your
that,
kids.
kids, they wanna touch everything, right?
Yeah,
Like we did when
yeah,
we were kids.
yeah.
It's gonna happen, right?
So, yeah, you will build the immune system, but
Mhm.
for the sake of those who with young kids that they're just learning about all these, um,
They're gonna be building. Those are the building years
the
of the
building
immune
years,
system.
that's what I meant,
Yeah,
the building
yeah,
years. One
that's
day
what you
we'll be
want.
built, right? We'll just arrive.
One day. Yeah, and
You
then you
never
take a
arrive.
multivitamin. No,
You
you
never
never do.
arrive.
No.
But, yeah, so, anything else? Did you have any other categories as far as tools go?
No, not really. I mean, there's like organizational tools, but I think we've talked about that in another podcast. I liked how we went from hardware, we went from, parenting tools as far as the kids. I think that's really important. Um, no, I think I'm trying to think if there's anything else I would prepare a new dad.
The the
Um,
interesting thing I realized is, like, one of the tools, obviously, that we all have these days for the most part is, like, your phone, right?
yeah,
For better or for worse,
yes,
it's like
yes.
one of the things on my list was a flashlight. It's like, yeah, you
Mhm.
have it on your phone. It's not as effective though, at
No, we
night
actually
when you
have
need to, like,
flashlights as well.
have
We
a
have small
real
handheld.
have a
Mhm.
real flashlight handy. But,
Yeah.
like, your phone is your camera too, right? So you're gonna be taking all the pics and the videos, like,
Yeah,
I think
we have headlamps in all the kids' rooms, like
yeah,
the yeah, because of camping and stuff like that, and
yep,
they know how to use them
yep,
versus having like a 6-year-old try to click a huge baton type, light.
yeah,
But yeah, having flashlights, and I think as far as like all the tools go and the home security, another thing is like educating the kids, like what happens if there's a fire, like what do we do versus just like I think a big tool for a parent in general, no matter what happens, be it a bump, bruise, all alarms are going off,
earthquake,
is
yeah,
to stay calm, right? And so a lot of that comes with preparation. So
yeah,
knowing how to use the fire extinguisher, knowing the passcode to the home alarm, knowing what happens if they do shin to basketball pole and you can see bone, right? Like knowing what to do is going to keep you calm, which keeps your kids way calm. Whereas if
yeah,
you start to freak out, they're like, Dad doesn't know what's going on. Oh my goodness, right?
yeah,
So going through those protocols in your head, having a home plan. I'm not saying print out a binder, page 7, like this is what we do when this happens, but have a general idea of how to use the tools that we just talked about. It's great to have an accumulation of all of these amazing tools, but if you don't practice them, if you don't
yeah.
use the impact hammer and you're waiting for day 1 to do the baby crib with it, that's not going to turn out good, right? So practice your tools from across the board. Everything we talked about is use and practice those tools. So,
Oh, man. Oh, man. I have to mention one more category, but that
yeah,
that right there is, like, the perfect way to end the meat and potatoes section.
there you go.
Um, that has to be you need to make that we need to make that a little clip. That's going on
Well,
YouTube for
gotcha,
sure.
gotcha.
For sure. Whoo! Oh, man. Lessons from Rob. Okay, the professor is in the house, even though he's got 0 sleep. He's still pumping out the goods.
Imagine if I
Oh,
had sleep. Oh my goodness. Okay.
wow.
So what's
Wow.
this last category? We could always tag this in and
The
edit
final
and
the
switch.
final ca the final
What do we got?
category is, unnecessary tool. Do you have
Ah,
any unnecessary tools? And I think I
ooh.
messaged you too late. I sent this to you right before we started.
Oh no, I did not
Um,
get the mess. How about you lead and that'll perk
okay,
my
so think
idea
about
for
it for a sec. Like, what is
okay.
something that you always use? And I'm curious to know what other people have that are unnecessary tools, right?
Mhm.
And unnecessary is very subjective, but, just like what's something ridiculous that you're like, "Hey, I use this all the time."
You know what? I already have it, but it's like it's a bougie thing, and I know I'm gonna get flack on it, but
Oh, I'm ready. But,
Definitely a necessary tool, but yeah,
okay, so my unnecessary tool I got for Christmas, and I use it all the time.
yeah,
It's just over the top is what it is, really. It
yeah.
is, very useful, and I use it every day, but it
Mhm.
is, sorry for everybody who does not have, um,
That
video.
thing is awesome.
This is just a lighter. It's a
That
butane
is
lighter,
so
but
cool.
I'm just gonna play it so everybody can hear the noise,
You
but
you
some of
can
you are gonna get to see
fill
it.
in the visuals with your mind's eye.
Okay, you ready? Tell me if you
Yeah.
can hear this.
Oh, that's
Look at that, red hot.
that
It's
is
it's like a lightsaber, basically.
it's
Um,
exactly it's a lightsaber that also lights things, right?
if
Not
any of you
only
dads out there watch the Hacksmith, like, he made, like, a fancy version of this. It's like a real like, the real lightsaber, basically. This is just an Amazon knockoff, but, yeah, got that for Christmas, and I use it to light our candles, to start fires.
nice.
It's great, and it's so all these are refillable. My little pro tip of the day is if you have lighters or if you have, like,
Mhm.
cooking torches or butane, like, anything that
Butane.
uses
Yeah,
butane. Oh, I just filled it up. So look, it's sitting right here.
there
It's
you go.
hard. It's actually hard to find butane out there sometimes. So I found this at the hardware store,
Mm.
and it's just so much easier to get like a big old can. They sell
Yeah,
them
for
too
sure.
at like the dollar store. You can get them. They're like these tiny little ones.
Yeah, don't get the small refill ones because you're gonna have to buy like a 12 pack.
This was
So
like, I don't know, this was like $8 or something, and it's just got a little thing on it, and you stick,
awesome.
yep, and then boom, it's full. So that's my unnecessary tool. What
That's
do you
awesome.
have to share?
I've got. I mean, I've talked about it before. Like, I'm really into like wellness and fitness stuff. So we've got like 100-gallon cold plunge thing sitting outside in our side yard. It's over the top. Like you can take a
Yes.
cold shower, but we do use it pretty much every day. And because of the sports I'm involved in at my age bracket, like I need to be taking care of my body. And it's the one thing that's helped with sleep, with stress, kind of mending sore joints, which allows me to still chase my kids, throw them up and down. So yeah, I've got a cold plunge in my backyard.
Oh,
So
yeah, and I have had the epic chance to sit in
yes,
that puppy,
yep.
and it's not like the one you get at Costco that's like, "Here, squeeze yourself into
No,
this
no,
little
no, no,
trash can."
no, no,
It's
no, no.
it's a
This
nice clean
it
line,
is a
like,
nice one.
tub.
Yes, I would say it's like a commercial use one, right? So you would find this at any kind of upscale spa that has cold plunges in it. So
So epic, but you need it
it
you
is.
need it you've needed it for your profession, right? That's what you're
Oh,
a
that is
pro
also
in,
true.
literally.
Yes,
So,
that's also true.
you gotta have it. So,
Mhm.
um, that's great. Well, hey, I this was a pleasure. This was super fun,
This
and,
is awesome.
every
Thank
once
you.
in a while, you gotta mix it up. I was like, "We gotta talk about some this is gonna be great." Some subjective content that we can just, like,
Exactly.
boost through. So, if you guys have any other, tips, other tools that you
Or
would,
other categories.
yeah,
Other
other
categories.
categories,
Yeah, let us know.
please leave a comment, subscribe so you can continue
Yes,
the conversation, ring the bell,
please.
whatever the thing is, the button, click on it because guess what?
Thank
Then our
you.
faces are gonna show up for
More
you every
often. You'll know
Thursday.
when we post.
There
Exactly.
you go. So hey, we aren't professionals,
No, we're not gurus. We're just
just 2
2
dads
dads
in
in
real life.
real life.